Hello guys, tonight it's Manchester United versus West Ham, so let's get into it. Let's cue that intro. Oh no, and welcome back to the Matchday Live, and it's me, Dan, back again. And tonight, Manchester United face West Ham at the London Stadium. And yeah, the team I I don't know, the team I'm not too sure of. So I reckon the team might be Rashford, Sancho, and Anthony. I reckon Fernandes and Casemiro with Eriksen. I think Luke Shaw will go back to left back. I reckon Lindelof and Maguire will be in, unfortunately, and I reckon Delo will be as the right back, and then obviously David De Gea in net. There is talk that Garnacho could start this game as well. If Garnacho starts, and then obviously he will start straight away instead of Sancho. But let's wait and see. So let's talk about the last league result, which unfortunately was a 1-0 defeat to Brighton. And why is it snowing again? That happened in the last one. Yeah, it was just annoying, that 1-0 defeat to Brighton, because it was a game of two halves, really. You know, first half, Man United had all the chances, and then second half, obviously, Brighton had all the chances and got the goal in the late second half. But yeah, tonight let's start with the first half. So the first half, we started really well, actually. We had a chance with Anthony. Anthony was put through, and I don't know how he did not score. He was one-on-one. He just puts it past the goalkeeper. It was a great chance from Anthony, and it's so unfortunate. And then literally 2 seconds later, Brighton had a chance. It was a misplaced pass from Lindelof, and Lindelof put through Mitoma. And then David De Gea took one to the face, literally took one to the face, because he was down for quite a while. And yeah, it was a brave. You could see, you know, the ball was imprinted on his face. I didn't think he was going to stay on the pitch, to be honest, because the way it looked, you know, it was bright red. You know, it looked like, you know, it could come off, but in the end, he stayed on, and that was good for him anyway. So on to the next chance that United had. It was a chance through Rashford. It was a good play down that left-hand side, and he just cut straight through, beat Caicedo, and he tried to put it across goal, and in the end, it didn't really work. But it was a good save. It was a good save from the Brighton goalkeeper. But in the end, you know, there was another chance, good begging, and somehow we have still. Somehow we've still not scored. And then literally a couple minutes later, again, it was great play down the left-hand side. Martial with Fred. Quick 1-2 with Martial. Quick 1-2 with Fred. Martial put... no, quick 1-2 with Fred, sorry. And then Martial was put through. And he should have had a chance... he should have scored, I think, Martial. But he blasted it straight at the goalkeeper. So again, another shot straight at the goalkeeper. And then we had a couple corner chances. Casemiro had a chance. I think was it Lindelof who had a header chance as well from a couple of corners that we had, but we still could not put the ball into net. So then second half started, and it was all Brighton pretty much. We hardly got out. We couldn't get out of the Brighton. We couldn't get out of our own box, and Brighton just kept coming, attacking, and it was looking. David De Gea made some good saves. One from McAllister, a couple at the end as well. But it all came down to this one silly situation where Luke Shaw handballed. It was definitely a handball. You can't say anything about it. It's question marks over the free kick that before lent to the corner, because apparently, it was a poor. It was basically Luke Shaw just stood there, and he got the player ran into him, and apparently it's a foul. It was the most softest foul ever. And then obviously from that they got the corner. Even the corner was even questionable. Because it come off a couple, I think it come off United's head first, and then it come off Brighton's after. So even the corner was questionable. But yeah, it's just a corner kick. It fell to Luke Shaw. Apparently, he said in this in his interview, he got a nudge, and that's why his hands are up there. But you can't do that. So yeah, that was pretty much the game, and then obviously McAllister scored. But even so, the 5 minutes were up as well. That's what I got question marks over as well. He should be blowing. He should be blowing the. He should be blowing the whistle. It's 90. I think it was 95 minutes when the corner got taken, and the corner was cleared. So I just don't get why, you know, the ref didn't call it. But in the end, obviously McAllister scored the penalty because obviously David De Gea is not going to save a penalty in his life. He still hasn't saved a penalty. One day he will. But I don't know. It was just really, even the ref. The ref was, I don't know. Second half was really questionable. Some of the tackles on Man United players, we should have had some fouls in decent areas, especially Rashford. Rashford had a foul that second half, and somehow it wasn't given a foul. Even Anthony, almost got a red card because he was furious with the rest. He got blocked. It was just one of them games where it just wouldn't go our way. So in the end, obviously, we lost, and we'll put question marks in our top 4 spots. So obviously, we do have West Ham. Obviously, West Ham. I think they are pretty much safe in the relegation. I think they are safe. They have lost their last 3 games, but they have played pretty well in the last 3 games. So and especially our away form at the moment, it is questionable. But it's going to be hard because obviously it always is when we go to the London Stadium against West Ham. It's just one of them. It's just one of them games where we have to win. We have to get the 3 points this weekend. Otherwise, top 4 is looking really bad for us, and we do need a couple of victories. Okay, we still got those 3 home games, but obviously one of those home games is against Chelsea. We've got Wolves next Saturday, I do believe. So, and obviously we've got Fulham, the last game of the day, last game of the season in the Premier League. So, it is going to be hard against against West Ham, and if we can get 3 points against West Ham, I think it would be good for us if we get the 3 points. But especially, we definitely need the 3 points because it is one of our games in hand over Liverpool, and obviously Liverpool won yesterday, so they're literally like a point behind us. But obviously, we do have those 2 games in hand. But yeah, we need to find a goal from somewhere. We haven't had a goal for what? Well, it's not since the Aston Villa game. Okay, that was at home, but away from home, we are. I don't know. Some games we just don't turn up, and I think the forwards in that Brighton game was to blame because obviously we had the chances first half. It could have been 2 or 3 if we put our chances away. Brighton were, kind of let us have the ball, and okay, second half they were the better team in that game, but again, we should be putting teams to bed, and we're not doing that. We're not doing that at the moment, which is really annoying. So, hopefully, tonight against West Ham we should be better. Talking of tonight, I actually thought I totally forgot we had a game tonight because I thought we was playing Monday night. Because originally I thought surely we're not playing Sunday night, at 7, but we are. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird one that. So question marks again on the Premier League, giving us a game, that's on a Sunday night. So yeah, whatever. I think we have played. Didn't we play Leicester last season? I think on a Sunday night. It was a bit of a weird game. I think we did win that game, but it is going to be a bit of a weird game anyway against West Ham, because if West Ham turn up, obviously, it's going to be a game for us. But I think, again, I think we'll get a reaction from Ten Hag because he wasn't very happy. Okay, he did blame the ref with a couple of situations, but he wasn't really happy with the team after yeah, he wasn't really happy with the team after the Brighton game. So I do expect a reaction, but I just hope that we get a clean sheet and just nick it this weekend. Tonight against West Ham. So yeah, that is pretty much all I can say really. We just hope that United turn up, score some goals for God's sake, put away our chances, and actually get a victory. We need the 3 points. Get the 3 points. That'll be okay, and especially where Arsenal are playing Newcastle as well. Hopefully Arsenal will do us a favour and you beat Newcastle, so then we could go above Newcastle. But obviously Newcastle do have a game in hand as well. I think that we both play 33 points, so but to be honest, I could see Newcastle beating Arsenal today, because I think they're the 4 o'clock kickoff. So yeah, it's going to be interesting the last couple of games. If we don't win today, again, question marks will be said. What is happening at United at the moment, and we just need the 3 points. And I mean, putting Garnacho into this game would, a bit of fresh air into this team might help. Maybe, it's always been the same couple of players. I know Sabitzer didn't play, Ericsson didn't play, so maybe he got rested for this game against West Ham. If we let West Ham have the ball, they will, they will get into the game and grow into the game. We can't let them have the ball, and we can't let them, control the ball. If they control the ball most of the game, they will score. Like we saw against Arsenal, that game against Arsenal, where they came back and drew 2-2. We can't let 2 early goals against West Ham, because they will still get into this game. So if we can get a goal, like win at 1-0 at half time, and then maybe get a second in the second half, that would be good. So score prediction, I reckon United will win. I think we will get a reaction. I think it'll be like 2-0, 3-1, something like that. I reckon there will be goals in the game. But I just hope United get the 3 points. That's all I hope for. Not much has been said about the ownership yet, so I'm not going to talk about that. Apparently, we could see new owners, but we could see the preferred bidder of Man United. We could see new ownership this week, apparently. But I can't see it. It's going to take at least a couple months anyway for the new ownership. But, there is talk that the Glazers will, will put out something this week saying about the ownership. Who's going to be the preferred bidder, or they're going to stay. But if they're going to stay, there will be a massive uproar. Let's just say that. So. Yeah, so score prediction, I'm going to go 2-0 Man United. I think we will get a reaction from United, and I think we'll be too good for West Ham. We could see a late flurry from West Ham, but I think we'll be I think it'll be, if we get like 2 or 3 goals, 2 goals in the first half, I think we'll be okay. It's all important about that first goal. If we get that first goal, I reckon we'll win, but we just need United to show up, and hopefully we'll do that tonight against West Ham. So anyway, guys, that is going to be it for today. So please like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to leave your score prediction below. So right, guys, I'm going. Bye.